Hi, and welcome to another breakdown and deep dive into the latest game trailers and news that's happening lately. Now, today we're checking out No Man's Sky. If you're new to my channel, my name is Mike York. I'm a senior animator. I've been working in the game industry for almost 20 years now. I've worked on some really cool games like God of War Ragnarok and GTA 5 and all kinds of cool stuff. So I'm excited to take a look at this kind of new version of No Man's Sky. I was one of the first people to kind of download that game and play it and pre-order it. This looked so amazing when it first came out. I was so excited by the trailers and all the stuff that's at GDC, and wow. But when it released, it was very, very bare bones, and there was a lot missing. There was a lot that the game company promised. I think it was called Hello Games. There was a lot that they promised, and they didn't deliver that. And so they've been making up for it over the years and really kind of building this game into what they've always wanted it to be. I think the game came out in like 2016 or something, a long time ago. And so they've been reiterating on everything. And today we're going to be checking out kind of a little breakdown from Sean Murray. He's one of the creative directors and one of the main guys over there at the studio. And so I'm excited to see what he's bringing new to the table in this game. So let's dive in and take a look.
With every update,
Whoa,
we just want to surprise.
nice. So I like to hear. Look how much more.
New worlds,
Wow.
new gameplay,
Dude, it's been a while since I've seen this game.
new technology.
Whoa, look at that. That looks cool as shit.
We're 8 years in now. and
8 years,
we
see?
Still just want to do really big things.
Wow. Look at this. Looks so much cooler. So before, you wouldn't see a lot of fauna and foliage and whatever you want to call it. Like a lot of the kind of environments were kind of bare boned. And now they've got some life to them. They've got all kinds of plants and they got lots of grass and they couldn't flesh out the world as much as they wanted to before, but now they've really been optimizing things. And it also used to be only first person view, and now it's in third person view and first person, I believe. You can now battle against all kinds of enemies, and before it wasn't like that. You were just kind of exploring. So they have added a lot to this game.
Our next update is called Worlds Part 1.
Worlds Part 1, okay.
I'm so proud of the team and the love they're pouring into it.
Nice. You can see it on his face. When you develop games, there's a passion behind it, and most people that are here making games are really, really passionate about what they do. You can tell because they wouldn't continue making this game and reiterating on it. A lot of companies, when something kind of flops or doesn't do so well, they immediately move on to something else. And this game company has stood by their game and worked their asses off, and they've delivered a bunch of stuff for free. A lot of these updates are not paid for. You just, as long as you buy the game, you can play these updates a lot of the time. So this is great stuff. I can't wait to see what they're bringing to the table.
We are completely refreshing the universe.
Nice,
With
dude.
new technology, new flora, new fauna, and
Floras.
new gameplay.
Yeah, dude. Look at all the bugs.
In No Man's
Oh,
Sky,
dude.
what you see on screen is generated by the computer.
Yeah.
We're
So I don't know if you guys know this, but in this game, everything is kind of randomly generated. So you land on the planet, and every time you land on it, it's a little different because things are getting auto-generated. The plants and the enemies, all the creatures, everything is getting kind of remade the moment you land on it, which is really cool. It's like an algorithm and a thing that a lot of these companies are starting to do. And No Man's Sky was one of the first people to try this out and really try to do it in a big way. So props to them. They were going into uncharted territory as game developers. So even though people didn't want to give them the slack because they had so much time and they were working on it for so long, you really need to understand that as developers, this stuff is harder than you think. It's really hard to make an auto-generated map like this that just gets automatically created. There's a lot of algorithms and coding and things that have to go into play for it not to be buggy. So props to them. This is a very, very big achievement.
We're achieving a level of variety that just wasn't possible before. When we started
Look
No
at
Man's
this.
Sky, I wanted people to feel like they had stepped into the cover of a science fiction novel.
Nice. And you know what? Some of the scenes in here really feel like that. So props to them. Look at that.
Had to create a lot of new technology. New water technology can create waves and reflections, ocean.
New water technology that can create waves, reflections, and oceans. See, acts like this is, I'm sorry, but video games have been doing water and reflections and oceans for a very long time. It's just new to this game specifically. You know what I mean? Just specifically to this game, it's new to it because it hadn't been implemented yet. They didn't have the time to do really cool water. And you can see right now, if you look very detailed at the water, it's over here on the right. It looks very fake. It looks like a grid. It doesn't look right. This doesn't look like water. The waves don't look correct. They look that like they're being kind of broken up into cubes instead of like a flowing kind of surface. And so it really screams 3D to me.
Looked so
See that?
different to what we had before.
The left side looks a little bit better than the right side. It looks sort of weird. I'm not a fan of the water.
Ocean planet
So you can see it like there's some kind of grid going over it. You can see it's all squares, all through here in the top right.
planets feel completely new, and ships can now land on water.
Ooh, love that. Oh, look at that.
6 months ago, we announced Light No Fire. It's this crazy ambitious game, and
Wait, I take that back. Earlier I was saying that, a lot of these game companies, they immediately move on to another game and try something else and try, and I was like, oh, this company didn't do that, but I was wrong. Apparently they used the technology from No Man's Sky and are trying to create another game as well. So, more power to them. Let's see what this is. They say it's a crazy ambitious game, so here we go.
we've been working on it for years, and we've learned so many things, and it feels like we're almost bringing this technology back from the future. Planets have wind patterns, waves are dynamic, and they react to the weather.
Yeah, but see, hold
favorite
on.
thing-
But when you do this, okay, if you look carefully, like at the these little plants that are on the ground here coming up, okay, right here, they're wiggling back and forth, and they look really strange, and they're moving it all at the same time and stuff. And it's because of this, all of this being auto-generated and all of this being run by algorithms and physics and all that. And it doesn't have that hand touch. Like if you go into a Red Dead Redemption 2 or a game like that, it's got a hand crafted touch to it. Every plant has been kind of placed there on purpose and meticulously designed, and everything is handcrafted. This doesn't feel that way, and it's a bummer because I wish it did. But you can't do that with having all these planets that you can visit and all this stuff going on. So that's why they're doing it this way. That's why they're auto-generating it, because it takes too long to do it all from scratch and make it handcrafted, right?
My favorite thing in the game might just be flying through the clouds and out into space.
Yeah, me too. When I played this game, look at that. They've come a long way.
Clouds for us are a unique challenge, right? You can see them from space, you can fly through them,
Yeah.
you can land on a planet and look up at the sky. You get these beautiful skies now with just tons of variety.
Yeah, I love it. They've really come a long way on this game. I haven't played it in so long, so this looks like a giant leap for me.
Sometimes a storm hits and, the waves rise, the clouds gather. You've got the atmospherics, the wind,
Nice.
all this technology comes together all at once. And
Yeah.
there's nothing like it.
But yeah, there is a lot like it. But to cut them off right there on accident, look at all the plants. See how they're all moving very, very weird and rigid. It's because once again they're using kind of a physics thing that's global over all of the plants, and each plant's going to move a little differently, so it looks a little strange because of that.
On the surface of the planet, we've added these new volumetrics. You get rolling fog.
Ooh, I like that.
Blizzards, little sparks coming up from the lava.
This is super cool.
It changes how planets feel, It just makes them feel alive.
Oh,
Across
dude.
these new biomes, we've added new creatures for you to discover. On the level of variety, it's not enough for us to just do more. We want to create things that people haven't seen before. Expeditions have become a huge part of how folks play the game.
The UI looks beautiful.
And this new one is very sort of Starship Troopers inspired. It's something really different.
Yeah, they probably saw that Helldivers doing so well, and they're like, dude, yeah, let's do some more of that.
It takes you on a tour of some of these cool new planets that we've added. Everyone is battling together. Progress is community driven, and the rewards are super cool.
I didn't know that. It used to be just on your own, so they must have some kind of PV, what is it, like an MMO mode or something. I didn't know that.
Together.
See, everyone is battling together. Progress is community driven, and the rewards are super cool. It sounds like Helldivers as far as battling together and progress as a community. For the Horde!
Progress is community driven, and the rewards are super cool.
Oh,
Something
nice.
I love is to browse the screenshots that people share with us. I can't wait for people to explore.
Dude, look at this.
With fresh eyes.
Everybody should go back to playing this again, dude. Imagine if this released today, brand new, that no one ever heard of it. It would be huge.
The update is called Worlds Part 1 because I guess there's much more to come.
Well, of course there is. Nice, dude. It's great to see them reiterating on this game. I love it. It looks really cool. I really wish that the game came out right now like this and no one knew about it, because this would be such a smash hit right now, competing against Starfield and these other games that are similar that just didn't quite hit the mark for some people. A lot of people are waiting for Star Citizen, or I forget what game it is. And it's been in the works for like a decade or something, tons of money. And No Man's Sky is exactly that, right? It's space exploration with really cool creatures and different stuff, different planets you can fly right out. It's really cool. If you have not played this game, I highly recommend you go play it, buy it, download it, whatever you got to do, because it is really fun. It's an experience. If you're looking for something different and new to explore, this game's it for sure. This game has a lot of potential. There could be a lot of stuff that they do with this game in the future. So stoked for the team over there at Hello Games. And Sean, thank you for, checking this, like basically showing us these little new additions to the game. It was really cool to check out, especially as a game developer myself. I'm you can see their iterations over time, and it really makes you appreciate all the effort and time that they put into it. So if you enjoyed this video as much as I did, smash the buttons down below. I really appreciate you guys' time and support. Also, I'll be streaming Friday nights if you want to join me and play some games and hang out. It's a really good time there. Also, join my Discord. There's a huge community there. We have a lot of fun. So I'll leave the link to that stuff in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.